Well, hi there, folks. Welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. Things are a little different here in the barn pen today. So yesterday, I did not show it on camera, but yesterday I hung up this little feed rack, which is not technically a feed rack. It's a hog farrowing crate panel with literally just a neck rope wrapped up there, and then it's tied and then looped and all kinds of funny stuff because I really didn't feel like doing anything permanent because I wanted to try this out and see if this worked. And I wanted to see if this was even enough hay for baby girls for a day. Because that was another concern I had, is this enough hay for an entire day for the babies? Because what I don't want to happen is I don't want them to be running out of hay halfway through or most of the way through the day, because then that's pointless, right? The whole hay rack would be pointless if I can't actually use it to properly feed them. So what I did is I pulled the ring out of here, scraped up a bunch of leftover hay, and then tossed it in there for them, filled it all the way up, and that's about what they've eaten. So that's probably, I'm going to guess, about 2 days worth of hay. But now, this allows us to feed small square bales. If we had them, if we bought them, we could toss them in and we could feed small square bales. If we wanted to take our big round bales, like I will be doing, and use a pitchfork, I could do that too. Our plan is to, this gets rolled up like this or the other direction depending. We're going to unroll it and we're going to just feed it in forks with a pitchfork into the babies so that way they get fed and we don't have to tear down our barn wall. Because I think I made a comment in another video how we were going to maybe pop open this barn wall and put the cows in here and feed a round bale. So we're going to try this. I like contingency plans. So realistically, this needed done regardless if we tear down that barn wall. Because what happens if I only need to feed one cow a small square bale? If that's all I got to feed them, then that's all I need. I don't need some big, massive hay ring. In fact, they would waste more if I had some big, massive hay ring, because like these girls like to play in the hay ring. So, I wired it up at the base. I don't know if you can see in there. There's a wire running around it. Just something to keep it up. I wanted to use rope or something flexible so that way if they got to headbutting this, they didn't tear it off the wall or something. Like if I used just 2x4s or something like that, they could potentially tear it right off the wall. And I just had some wire that I just drilled 4 holes in, wrapped it around the pipe a bunch of times, and then went through the wall with a drill and just went that way. But we're going to try feeding them here in a moment, and so far so good. Well, the baby girls say thanks for the hay. So they really didn't eat a whole lot. Now that I see just how much I put in, I only put 2 or 3 forkfuls in. I mean, they're probably only 400 to 600 pounds. I'm going to guess closer to 300-400 pounds than 6, but they could be a little heavier, I suppose. Now this will make a giant mess of my barn when I do this, because as you see here, it wants to unroll itself and then all the little flakies and garbage sit on the bottom. Now, the barn is not set up for this, so I had to it's just going to be in the way, right? If I go to make some feed, it's just going to be in the way. Now, I can move the feed mixer over there to where the kitty cats are. I could do that, and that would maybe help a little bit, which maybe I need to just consider doing anyways, because there's no reason to do it all the way over here. But as soon as this bale is gone, the next bale can sit a little further back in here, and then we just work our way this way. So it's completely out of our way, and there's no issues. Now, ideally, yes, I would leave all this hay in here because this is like our emergency storage of hay. Heck, some of these bales here in the back have probably been in here 4 or 5 years, which maybe I do need to do a little testing, a little sampling on them. And I should be rotating through these, pull all these out. These should be like the first bales that I use up, pull them all out, and then go to the new stuff from this year. But the issue with that is that it's a pain in the butt to get this in here. My big John Deere is too big, and I have to pull it all down from I stack it up pyramid style. So my big John Deere is the only one that can get to the top bales. So I could use like the little Mossy and then bring it in here and drop it and it would work well. But I'd have to get the big deer out and drop it all and then use the little Mass or the little deer or the little Ford or the little whatever. So yes, ideally I would be using this hay up in the field a lot quicker than I am here, but so this will work for now. It has started to unroll. If I don't have to cut open the wall, if I don't have to dump the hay over with a tractor, you know, this I guess is more of a contingency plan for if I go down a tractor even. You know, if my tractors go down and I can't move this stuff, well, there's my contingency plan. Miss Gracie, do you really like that? You know you could eat through the panel, right? Like all that hay that's sticking through. Oh, and before I say see you later, my plan is that once they put enough hay down here and they haven't eaten it, I will put it back up into the hay rack. Ooh, sassy cow. What are you being sassy for? What are you being sassy for, Sassy? But yes, I will put the hay back up into the feeder so that they are not wasting as much. Now, when I go to do that, I realize some of that stuff is probably stuff that has fallen through anyways and won't stay up there. But as long as I have some fresh hay and some older hay, there should be no issues. Gracie says, see you guys on the next one.